comments expressed by the hosts, their guests, callers, and advisors on Eye of the Nation are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Eye on the Nation is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Eye on the Nation is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2026. All rights are reserved.
Hello, welcome to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
And I'm Sadie Brown.
Happy Monday.
Happy something.
You're not happy for it to be Monday?
I mean, is anybody even, you know what? I like the old people to say, thank God for life.
Yeah, you have to say things like, I read it standing on the promises of God. Try it, let's see.
No, thank God for life. I'll go as far as thank God for life.
So, I did some out and about this weekend. Never made it to the concert. And I have something that I want to complain about ad nauseum. So apparently, as I move into the spaces that I go into to water, as I go to Saunter and Sachet and Frolic, somehow people are continually ensuring that they send me gifts and trinkets.
For me?
For Francesca Brown or messages. So apparently last week...
Where's the gift?
Would you hold on? You just said you had nothing to celebrate.
Sorry, I celebrating getting a gift.
So last week, the people here that you were invited to the regatta, and that I had said that you could need hat and shades for when you go to the regatta, right? So,
Stop.
the people say to tell you it's a big time operation. Don't go there.
Look how they get. Oh.
Hold on now, because you have a problem with me bringing boxes.
No, this box has something in it, and this didn't come from you.
So now you have a hat and some bad attitude shades.
It's the bad attitude shades for me.
Yeah.
And a tumbler.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Yeah. And they were actually...
Okay. Thank you, Bear Pressure.
They were actually very... So I got a tumbler out of the deal.
Okay, so you got one because of me.
Because I apparently need the Toad Sandy's tumbler or whatever's in this little box.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it didn't stop there.
Oh, more stuff.
I was moving along.
This stuff is money?
Unbeknownst to me,
Uh-huh.
when up from the bushes
Cute box too.
jumps a man who said to me, for God's sake, don't call my name. But tell Francesca, because this is for her first bundle of weave. This is for her first bundle of weave. That I want Janae to go into the ghetto and buy while she's in China. So,
That is hilarious.
so now you have the hair,
I have the hair.
have the hat,
Listen, I have no
the
excuse.
shades, and there's absolutely no reason why you
Aw.
can't have yourself a
Shout out
wonderful...
to Guy who doesn't want his name to be
He said
called.
under no circumstance
Oh, I appreciate
should you
you.
call my name.
You know, and that helps because I had a little car situation this weekend, child. I had to spend some money I didn't need to spend.
Yeah. In my next life, if I cannot come back as a woman, I am coming back
Come
as a
back
cat.
as... What?
If I
Oh, no,
can't
I treat
come
my
back
cat
as-
very well.
That's my point. So if I come back in my next life and I'm a woman or a cat, I jump right off of the table.
Aw, thank you guys at Bear Pressure. And thank you, Guy, for my my weave.
Yeah. Did you see they have the rash guard in it?
I did. I see the rash
So now
guard.
you
I
could
see
do
the
things-
tumbler. I see the
You could
hat.
do things like shout, sword life, and say,
I never shout Salt Life, you know.
you have to practice saying things like, yay, yay.
Because I'm the worst island girl. Like, my mom's family is from Abaco. My dad's family is from Eleuthera.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm going to say this and y'all going to take my island card. I hate the sand. Not a big fan of the beach.
You don't
like
want to take the
sand
tumbler
or
out so that
something.
at least you have a tumbler that look like mine.
Yeah, no, but it's have to rinse before I drink out of it.
Well, I know I used to it, friend.
You
I-
just drink out of these things like that? Not
Listen.
saying that, you know, anything
Listen, if
you
you-
buy, you have to rinse.
If you know what else I've survived in this life.
But thank you. Thank
Rinsing
you
off-
guys for my tumbler.
Rinsing off a little tumbler can't be the thing that can kill me.
And my rash guard, and my shades, and my hat.
Now all you need to do is look for people man boat.
No, I don't do the people man thing, child. You ain't gonna set me up.
If you got rash
I don't do the people
and you got
man
hat,
thing, child.
and you got shades, and you got tumbler. The only thing missing from this equation is people man boat.
No, I don't want nothing to do with the people man or the people man boat. You ain't
boy.
gonna put that on me. People out here doing
boy.
things for their man,
So
child.
to all the people man out there who have a boat, I want to say to you, unequivocally, that Francesca now has a full gambit. She's regatta ready, my friends. Orlando's regatta, she's on her way.
Just need me a little swimmy.
Now hold on.
But like,
you just get a box full of things, man.
And a cover up, because I don't actually, we don't actually. Go
and they wonder how the Negroes spent 400 years in slavery. Here's how it happened. These Negroes will just not be outdone.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you. What a great way to start my Monday.
Yeah.
With things.
Yeah.
Thank you, guy who wishes to remain anonymous.
Listen to me. I tell you, you may have heard about nice boxes, but you ain't never hear about the kind of box.
We're going to be back right after this, y'all.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levan Miller.
And I'm Sally Brown.
With the beautiful box.
This box.
Yes.
You have to be careful the things that you say. We do have a full show for you guys today. Before we get into everything, let me remind you that Canoe is a modern digital payment platform built specifically for Bahamian businesses, making it easier than ever to accept payments, send invoices, and get paid faster. Everything you need to get paid all in one place. From scan to pay, where customers can pay you instantly, to digital invoicing that helps you stay organized and get paid quicker. Canoe simplifies how you do business. You can even turn your website into a checkout experience or integrate Canoe directly into your systems with our API. Ready to accept payments a digital way? Well, visit www.canoepays.com and sign up today.
Canoe, all you need and more in one store.
So I had an eventful weekend too. It had nothing to do with this. I did not get to go to the concert.
Did anybody give you any money for me?
No.
Before I tell you.
But I did hear that the concert went well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything.
Did anybody rekindle any old love interests?
I'll say this. I hear producer was out there can on bad on the stage singing. I hear producer.
Allegedly, you have to say allegedly.
No, I said no allegedly. She can't sue me. And I hear Castro's out there can on bad, and I hear Joe Massey did a little something for her, and she was on the stage with Joe.
Oh boy.
And I hear she had on pum pum shorts.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Face full of makeup, done up.
Oh boy.
Castro gone out there looking for mine. So if anybody else could prove, could let me know if y'all saw this. Y'all could let me know in the comments. But
Wow.
I didn't get to go.
She was ready to go with Joe with a, let me steal this word from Mr. Alcides, with a heightened sense of an alacrity.
Jeez. I don't know what was going on in the house today. We have a whole show for you guys.
How often do you have a little alacrity? I mean, way to go, Michael Alcides.
An entire show. Of course, we have to talk about all of the tragic accidents that happened over the weekend and today. We
Sure.
had another traffic accident. More foolishness going on in the House of Assembly. I don't know why I watched today. I usually don't watch.
Because you couldn't anticipate that would happen today. Like, today is, let's all tell the Governor General how amazing she is day.
It was kind of, anyway, we'll talk about all of that when we get to that section. But we have all of that to talk about. But the reason I didn't go is because a bolt dropped out of my tire.
A bolt dropped?
No, not out of my tire. Out of, I don't know these mechanical terms. It dropped out of the thing, what'd you call it?
Did you do the thing?
That holds the car to get the tire. Did you do what thing?
Did you say, heal this car in Jesus' name?
That don't work.
Did you try
But
it?
the most painful part about it is happened right in front of my house.
That's perfect.
And I had to call a tow.
To put you back in the yard?
You ever pay somebody $100 to move a car 5 feet?
Why you don't want no tow truck?
5 feet, mate. Like, the real tears was coming out my eyes
could tell
because
you.
the car, my nephew was reversing into the yard, so it was horizontal
Right.
across the road. So nobody could get past without like driving on my neighbor's yard. So I had to call a tow because where the wheel was all messed up, it looked like the axle was broken. Right? And we didn't want to push it. And it was also 1 o'clock in the morning. We didn't want to push it and make it worse.
Yeah. And I bet the tow truck man say something like,
Boy!
I mean, usually I would charge $150.
That's what he say. He say this a flatbed,
usually
but
I
for
would've
you,
charged $180, but
listen to me. When I tell you,
that's the line.
y'all don't know real pain. And look at that.
Yeah.
To move it, right there.
Yeah.
But this is what, let me see if I can, that's 5 feet. He literally only straightened the car up 100.
You don't know how to make the hay phone call, eh?
The what?
The hay phone call.
The hay phone call.
Yeah, you know that.
See, this is what happened. I try to show you the picture of the tire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I couldn't push that.
All you need to do is make the hay phone call. You know the hey.
No, that was 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's when you make the hay phone call. Hey.
But apparently it was just a bolt that came out, but the bolt caused the whole like axle thing. How does a bolt even come out? They said whoever put it in,
You ain't tighten it.
it didn't,
Didn't
and
torque
then
it on.
right,
You should
and
torque
then
it on.
every time I guess I went over
Yes.
a bump
Yes.
or I dropped in a pothole, it just came out some more
Which
and
is
more.
something I think we could add to the conversation later.
Yes, and then the whole thing fell out along with my CV joints.
Naturally, because of the wheel fall,
Right.
the CV joint will pop out.
So the CV joint popped out. All of this in front of the house. Had to literally pay someone to move my car 5 feet.
I hope you went to church after this, because this is a good reason to go to church.
Listen.
I feel my church of God.
The only thing I could say is why I was not so mad is I am grateful that it happened, and because he was out. My nephew was out that
right
night.
after you tell this story.
And it happened when he was pulling into the yard. So
Yeah.
it could have been absolutely
I'm telling
worse.
you, right
That's the only
after this
reason
story, you could say, if it had not been for the Lord. When fella rolling behind you on a keyboard, we could get at least $20 in offering right
Listen.
away.
Anyway,
Yeah. Look what the Lord has done.
y'all just gotta say y'all gotta say,
Say things like, y'all pray much for me.
yeah, y'all gotta say a little
I
prayers
have
for
to
me.
also teach you decent church jargon.
Yeah, y'all gotta say a little prayers for me.
Y'all pray much for me.
Yeah, but I did make a hay call, but the hay call came the next day. Somebody sent someone to fix the car for me.
Oh, so you made the
Yes.
follow-up, hey.
So I didn't have to actually pay to get it fixed, and it got serviced the same
And I
time.
must don't come back in my next life as a woman. Y'all got to be joking.
And it got serviced
I
the
want
same
this
time.
package right here. And they service bill.
And it got serviced the same time.
Jesus Savior pilot.
So
me.
yes, and now all I have to do now is go for my gas
Oh, boy.
and get a car
You on a
wash,
roll.
and I'll be good.
You on a roll. We have a car for sale. Anybody with interest?
Anyway, let's get into the show. Just had to tell y'all about my little
boy.
story, child. My little story.
Yeah.
But, it could have been worse.
Could have been
That's
worse.
all I said. It could have been worse, especially hearing about some of the stuff that happened this weekend. I'm
I tell you,
grateful.
this really sound like a church. I could have been dead.
I'm grateful. And
Sleeping in my grave. But thank God
I am.
for Jesus.
Listen, and I told someone today, thank God for my grandmother's prayers and my ancestors' prayers, but not for that.
Saving grace and keeping powers. Come on, we got to roll with it. I want to thank God for His saving grace and His keeping powers.
Anyway, so thank you to my saviors.
You grew up in an Anglican JJ.
Thank you for,
You grew up in an Anglican JJ.
No, Baptist.
How come you don't know no good church jargon?
Anyway, let's jump into it. So the PM, if anybody watched it, I don't know, did you watch today?
I did. I didn't
The
see
PM
Prime Minister, but I
congratulated
saw.
the U.S. on their 250 years in the House of Assembly today. Did you get to see the planes flying over?
No, I actually didn't even hear it quite. Like, I expected more of a rumble with all the communication and the blah, blah, blah. I didn't, like, I remember consciously listening
Okay.
at the watering hole, and I don't remember hearing it.
Oh, but I know I saw people talking about rockets flying over and
statuses.
like weird stuff, and I was like, did nobody else get the memo that these?
Obviously, people got the memo because I saw people on people's statuses doing it's because it was 4 planes and they flew a formation.
Yeah, it looks cute. I mean, I didn't see it. I only saw it on people's statuses. I wasn't going outside in the heat to watch that. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a plane. Planes pass me all the time.
Yeah, but people like to watch things like that. But anyway, this is the Prime Minister congratulating them on their 250 years.
It's fitting that even on a day of mourning, I rise to speak of one of the oldest and truest friendships our nation has ever known. This year, the United States of America celebrates 250 years of independence. So on behalf of the government and the people of the Bahamas, I offer to the President and the people of the United States and to our Ambassador, Your Excellency Herschel Walker, our warmest congratulations on this historic milestone.
Yeah, to fly out. Heal this show. I think ambushing us already. Michael Pintard, we just start. Give us a chance. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about flying planes over my city. I don't know. But hey, he did say that, I always say this to my friends. For my friends, my limits are limitless, right? Which is why I excavate people from my life with the greatest of ease because, access matters, right?
Yes.
I think America like that one friend that always need one more thing from you. You know them kind of
But
friends?
that's because we always getting stuff from them. So how can we say no?
I know, but
If you lending me money all the
America
time
don't really
and
give us,
you
like, new
asking
shiny stuff.
but you asking me for something that don't even have to do that's nothing.
No, but like America say, girl, I have this extra phone case here. You want this phone case? Well, I don't even have a phone like that. Why
Yeah,
would
but
I
we
take
ain't
the
had no
phone
case, though.
I don't even have a phone like that. Why did you give me the case? And then America say, hey, child, I did, you remember that thing I tell you I had? You ain't got $5,000. Miss, you just lend me a phone case. Do you think that was worth $5,000?
Absolutely, because you ain't had a phone case.
Oh, boy.
Tamara said they passed right over her house. She lives close to the embassy. I had to tell my neighbors what was going on. They thought a war was breaking out.
I could imagine in some other countries they wouldn't accept it as,
Yeah, we know how you felt about it from the beginning. Anyway, foolishness happening in the House today. We're gonna start with the opposition asking for an investigation again. Now, when they asked for this investigation initially, and they were going back and forth with the House Speaker, and the Speaker was like, look, carry it to the police. They carried it to the police. They did a whole thing where they took pictures, and it wasn't with Shanta, with them handing this over to the police, asking the police to do an official investigation. Now they're asking the police
to do a financial audit.
To do another all of that wouldn't fall under the same investigation?
I guess it depends on how you look at it. So the people that are in the financial crime space, I guess, may see some value in it. I don't know. But there is the investigation.
No, they're asking the police to do all the investigations. Isn't this when they asked for the initial investigation? They were asking for investigations into the findings of this company,
right?
Wouldn't a financial audit be a part of those investigations?
I imagine it could be a part.
So my thing is, are you just trying to keep this in the news, or do you actually want this investigation?
I guess the thought then would be, why does the FIU exist? If not to specifically...
I understand that, but my question is, you already asked for an investigation
right. So you're saying that the police asked them?
No, they asked the police for an
No,
investigation.
and so I'm saying, so your position is, since the police have already opened the investigation,
Yes, how much
just
more
let the police communicate.
investigate? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how much more investigation. I feel like if you ask me to investigate something, I will investigate the entire thing. I don't need you to come back every 2 minutes and say, oh, and also investigate this piece, and also, oh, investigate this piece.
Yeah. No, the only reason why I give this any credence at all is because I know that they ask very specifically for specific things in this last request. Oh, check all the beneficiaries and
yes,
blah,
but if
blah,
you
blah.
ask me for a financial audit, that would be a part of it. That's
Agreed.
somebody telling you to come on the show and talk about something, and then coming back and giving you every point. Like, wouldn't you be like, hey, I got this?
You said
like,
you want to talk about black hats?
I know how to. I've been doing this for I've been doing this for a number of years.
Yeah.
Relax, I got it. But they want not sure, but they gave another letter to the commissioner. I'll read a portion of the letter. We write to further our letter. So
this is a letter to our letter. Here is a letter for our letter.
Yes, we write to further our letter of June 11th, in which we requested a comprehensive investigation into the serious allegations arising from this sworn affidavit in the United States District Court.
Correct.
They already asked for a comprehensive investigation. Now they're saying, since then, additional information has come to light, and we want you to target money laundering, non-disclosure of beneficial ownership, and the misuse of corporate structures. But what I'm saying is, wouldn't that already have been part of the investigation?
Again, like I said, the people, this is just my assessment of what it is they're requesting. The people that exist in that financial crime space, I guess they have a special skill set. They do the things that they do. They know how to fine teeth comb some of the things that, there are certain nuances through corporate structures that people can hide things. I believe that those people that exist in that space have the extra training to find it.
And then he tried to bring it back up in the House of Assembly today, and by he I mean leader of the official opposition, Michael Pindart. Knowing what happened the first time that he brought it up, and the exact same result happened. The speaker cut him off and was like, hey, nothing has changed from the last time you tried to bring up
that was
this.
just last week, Wednesday.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. And let me tell you, when we get to the House portion of today, I have just a few little things, because that's all. I'll just say it like that.
I think the speaker should actually start using like rubbing tobacco for her gum line, because like she needs something to keep her calm.
I think she needs to meditate.
Yeah, or medicate.
No, I said meditate.
Yeah,
But-
and it's because can I tell you, I can see her trying to use resolve.
Yes, I don't want to talk about it now.
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna
they
talk about
are
it
certainly
then.
pushing it to the limit.
Yes, the only thing we're supposed to be talking about now is their
new request.
Their new request.
Yeah. Here's the question. If they believe that strongly, then why not just petition the court? The court, you can have a judicial review of this matter.
And by the way, this comes from the new information where Eric Gardner, through his lawyer, I guess, in the court, said that the money that he was caught with on Election Day when they were rescued, I say rescued, leaving say kidnapped.
Abducted.
Leaving say
When they
kidnapped.
abducted Eric Gardner.
When they kidnapped him, was money that he withdrew off of his bank account
right.
from
which makes
with
it
the
POB,
company.
which
No,
makes it,
no, with the company name.
you mean the company you own?
Yeah. What the name? You can't remember either.
It right in my mouth.
It done tipped my tongue. Wow, y'all tell us the company
Oh,
name
boy.
in the comments.
Yeah.
From there, and so they're trying to somehow tie that back
which would then
to
make
Michael
it a
Pintard.
legitimate source of funds.
Not
Because-
Michael Pintard, to Michael Akilis.
Because source of funding is legitimized through these agencies. So
Right.
if I take it out of a bank, that means it had to pass KYC.
Right.
And if it passed
Top
KYC,
notch. Thank you, guys.
top-notch builders. That's what it means.
Thank you, guys.
Right? And if it passed KYC requirements, then how could you say that it is money for nefarious use? If it is,
Right, but that's what he was saying. But
Right.
now that he said that, now Pintard them saying, well, hold on now. Y'all say this man had nothing to do with Top Notch. How he get withdrawing from Top Notch if he had nothing to do with Top Notch? But I don't think that's what Hakita said. He said when I was associated with Top Notch, he had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I never said after that.
When I leave, I couldn't tell you what they do.
Right. So I don't know. I'm not sure what they think the investigation will reveal. But they asking them. It's like someone telling you how to do your job. You already asked me to do my job, and it only been what, a week?
It's about a week.
Give me a little time.
Give me a little chance, yeah.
Give me a little chance, especially the way things is go here. This one used to 10 years, 15 years of things happening.
We're just warming up.
It only been a week, so we
probably have to go order some treasury tags because this could be a big fight.
I know Shanta, suck her teeth when she get that.
When we get our treasury tags, give us about 2 more weeks. By the time we finish ordering treasury tags, we'll be good to go.
You could pass KYC requirements and still under afterwards.
I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying, though, that it makes the argument legitimate that, hey, you cannot then say, I was moving money. Now, your suspicion is exactly that, because I've already passed the threshold. Yeah. You now need to prove that the threshold I passed was either illegitimate or otherwise. But I took this money, because the only thing they asked for is source of funding. Yeah. I take this money out of bank.
They said the money was for legitimate means. And so anyway, they tried to bring the investigation thing back up in the House today. The Speaker shut that down because she was like, I don't understand what y'all think changed from last week. I said what I said. I'm not going to continue with this. And then he tried to bring it up again. He tried to bring up an open investigation. She said, and she pulled out her little book today, child. She said, the rules say we don't discuss things that are an open investigation in here. Did he listen? No.
Now you can imagine if he did say, boy, I always just keep little 30,000 under my mattress home. No, man. No.
Where you get this from?
Let's make this up. For when you feel unsafe.
We're going to be back, y'all, right after this.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
We all know there are ways we can help. Your help can go even further. an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levan Miller.
And I'm Sandy Brown.
Yeah.
We have a blood drive coming up. We're going to put up the... by we, I mean us, ILTV Studios, in collaboration with all of the brands that come under it, The Beat, Eyewitness News, and Eye on the Nation.
Yeah.
So help us save lives. So that blood drive is going to be Thursday, July 9th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. right here at ILTV Studios. So if you, we're taking all blood types. Of course, a blood donor
Superstar.
expert
Superstar
here
donor.
can let you know what you have to do before.
Superstar.
I said expert. You want more than that?
I want superstar. That's
Expert.
what's on my trophy.
Expert
Okay.
can tell you what you need to do before you go and donate blood. Let me ask Chatty.
You need to have a meal a decent hour ahead of time, including the digestion period.
Oh, there's a page right there. I listen.
Who can see that?
Go.
You need to not have any.
There you go.
Heavy
You must be
insertion,
between
not
16 and
smoke.
85.
Not smoke on your
65.
leg.
Where I get 85
I don't know,
from?
16 and 65.
16 and
And if you're
65.
under 18, you need a guardian.
Yes.
And
Eat 30 minutes prior to donating. Do not donate blood if you're feeling ill, if you have a
Right.
cough, a cold, a sore throat, a
or
fever,
if
a
you're
cold
on, or if
sore.
you're on like aspirins and that sort of
Okay. If you have a tattoo, piercing, wait at
stuff.
least 6 months.
Within the last 6 months.
24 hours, any minor dental procedures, and at least 1 month after any major dental procedures. So they also have free pre-screening tests to ensure that you are healthy enough to donate.
Yeah.
You are required to wait another 14 days after your first or second vaccination.
Right.
And if you have a positive COVID-19 test,
Or
you
if you're
shouldn't
pregnant.
be. Yeah.
So
know
if
your
you're
blood
pregnant,
pressure,
no.
know your blood type, all
Well,
of
they're
that
gonna
stuff.
check that. So they're gonna check blood pressure, blood glucose. They're gonna check for all communicables. So hey, you know, it's a good little run of the gamut. And come out and give the gift of life. It
Yeah.
is the one gift that cannot be paid for in cash.
So that's July 9th, and we'll continue to remind you guys as the day comes up what you have to do, where to come.
And it is a blessing to give blood because the ability to give blood says that God has blessed you with good health because not everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people that suffer from like lupus and leukemia and they just can't.
Yeah.
They want to, they just can't. Right?
So just a reminder, that's July 9th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. right here at ILTV Studios in collaboration with all of the brands that fall under it, Eyewitness News, The Beat, and of course, Eye on the Nation.
And for those of you that are people of faith, you know, this is a wonderful time to tell the Lord thank you. So when they check the needle in your arm, you can say, God, I thank you for this blood.
You know,
God, I thank you that I'm able to give it.
all right.
God, I thank you for the life that this blood would affect.
Okay. All right. Now, let's continue to go on because we have a lot to talk about. Beat Retreat was this weekend as well. Yeah. So I heard the Department of Immigration participated for the first. Yeah. How was it? Did you watch?
Yeah, I watched it. I want to tell you that the people that attend the Beat Retreat, I feel like they are Bahamian Deluxe Plus Pro Max 3000.
Because it's hot.
Because I could tell you Joycelyn grandson can't. Joycelyn grandson can't fool you too much.
No, I mean, you know, it was a little hot.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you could also watch it on TV. You don't necessarily have to watch it.
I was there with them in spirit.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to go. But like you said, the people that actually went out and watched the Beat Retreat in person.
Yeah. Bahamians Pro Max plus 3000.
Yeah. I ain't reached there yet.
Deluxe.
You know, I ain't reached there yet.
Premium Deluxe.
I'm one of them.
Oh, yeah, no.
And on TV, I'll stay and
if
watch
you
on
want a
TV
little off,
types.
then I could give you a little something, but...
Yeah. I ain't reached there yet.
My level of national pride
What I would have liked to see in person was this little viral moment. Man dropped the flag.
Oh, can I tell you
You
something?
had one job, bro.
I could.
You
Listen,
don't think they didn't let him practice?
there are people.
I think they let him practice.
Like the Julio Baines that in my mind would breathe fire. He wouldn't even have no more tonic. Julio Baines, Derek Richardson would just blow fire. And his tonic would just melt off of him. Immediately all you would hear is fall behind it. That's all you would hear.
What that mean? You say fall behind it?
Mm-hmm.
He would have to fall on the ground.
Fall behind it. You automatically know what that means. Another man would come and start doing the flag. When you'll do push-ups, tell that flag hit the top of the pole. Listen to me.
Someone say immigration came second? Or it was like a competition? I didn't know it was being competition.
Parade instructors don't mess around. You know that, right? And you know they put these little stars on the bottom of
Man, it
the
was a
shoe.
little mistake, man. You think he get in trouble?
No, big prime time like this.
You think they do
You know the
something?
Governor General here, right? Everybody here. Your boss is here.
But we also had we have a little clip of it. And you could see little whisper in them.
He could be practicing raising flag from now till January.
Let's show the clip, y'all. What y'all think we can tell? Because Lorota gave a little giggle. Lorota did a little laugh.
You know they gotta kill this one, right?
Wait, did he just drop that flag? You know I'm trying to talk to your teeth. Like, did he just
You know
drop
they
that
got
flag?
to kill this one, right?
But it's a little accident, man. Someone
brother,
said he should have fallen with the flag.
think-
I'd have pretend I followed
Just
too.
think, when the flag hit the ground, you just lean and fall it on the
Yeah,
ground.
I'd have pretend I followed a heat stroke or something.
Because if sick bay gotta move you, I want to teach you all something. A medical emergency removes all obligation to any other happening that is happening.
The best thing about it was, for him, is you can't see his face. So, like, we don't know who it is. And then, like,
You mean with the internet CIA with ODI? I
yeah,
promise
but
you.
the average person didn't know his face, so
boy.
he could still walk amongst us without us, like,
Yeah.
oh,
See,
that's the baby who dropped
I
the
can
flag.
tell you,
So the best thing is his back
Yeah.
was turned to the camera, so we couldn't see his face. That was the best thing.
Why didn't y'all just pre-rig the flag?
I don't know what any of that means.
So you prep the rope so that you don't have to do all this twirling and
Yeah, man, someone said give him a little chance, man. He might have been nervous. Yeah, man, he's
not
still
big
nervous.
prime time like this. Prime time?
You think they let he in practice? The person who was originally supposed to do it, it was too hot, and so they let him do it. He was the standing
Boy,
person, and he ain't get to
boy.
practice. I just making up anything, cause man, give him a little chance.
You could imagine a chick roll out there as the guard commander doing this.
He give him a little chance.
Oh my goodness, I tell you, I could just feel fire. Right out of the mouth of chick roll. This tonic will cease to exist.
But some other good things came out of the beat retreat as well, and not just the bands playing, because I see someone say BDOC wasn't memorable. Y'all gotta be nice, man. You gotta be nice.
Yeah.
Being in these bands be hard work, you know. I don't know how to play an instrument. I'm not musically inclined, as you guys found out last week with all of that singing that we was doing. But little Luke Cayley Jr. apparently stole the show.
Big time drum major.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, let me see little Luke Cayley Jr., please.
A trainee correctional officer and one of the esteemed instructors of the Bahamas All-Stars Drum Major program. And beside him, we have the future of our band, little drum major Luke Cayley Jr. This bright, confident, grade 2 student from Queens College is only 7 years old. Give it up for Luke Cayley Jr., everybody.
Ready?
Ready to take the job?
Ready?
Body set up!
More!
Ready?
There's little Luke Kaylee Jr.
I think he missed the limbo. You saw she did a little limbo. I said, only because he's 7. When you get to 40, you can't mess with them.
Congratulations and shout out to his parents, Luke Kaylee Sr. and Talita Wallace.
Yeah.
He's such a little cutie. I like to see little kids do things like that.
Yeah,
I mean, adults doing it is okay. You expect adults to do it. And he has such a little powerful voice.
Yeah.
Congratulations to his parents for that. You gotta nurture.
Yeah.
Because I know one thing, if mine had come to me and say, I won't do that, I can't promise you I was going to be out there doing that.
This is my point. So I always admire parents. I think these parents who do this kind of thing where they go in the sun with their children, certainly there's a special place in heaven for them.
Yes, great parents.
My sons can't be like in baseball.
We
My
know.
Sons, no. They play like saxophone and things.
No, they just be
Where the
inside
air
playing
condition
games.
is. Wherever the air conditioning
Yeah.
is, that's where we are.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We know. So shout out to Luke Kaylee Jr.
Yeah, Luke, way to
someone
go.
said, Sonny, I was there at a rope break. It ain't a man's fault.
Don't worry about that. This could be the last time a rope ever breaks. Because I will tell you this, someone have an obligation to check the rope. Why are we using old rope?
They said the sun is so hot
Yeah,
that
that the
it
new rope
dry
can't take it.
rot the rope so fast that's what happened.
And you know, usually, I don't understand. I don't know if like people that are not in these armed services, you don't get on this parade as like slack people ain't gonna never be. If you on this parade, you is prime time, my friend. All right. So first of all, he can't even go around his counterparts because he's a slack man. Go away from your slack.
There's the rope break, man. Give him a break.
Yeah.
Give him a break. And it was out there in the sun when you was home in your AC. So
You're very right.
There you go. Anyway, let's jump into what's going on in the House of Assembly today.
They're still gonna kill him and go in the mess areas.
Listen, I started watching the House today. I don't know why I watched it. I usually watch baddies around this time.
What?
And they carried on worse than baddies. You know, I do not understand. I watched it because I wanted to hear if the Prime Minister or anybody was going to address the traffic accidents that took place over the weekend, which they did. We'll talk about that a little later in the show as well. I wanted to see if they did, and then I just continued to watch it in my ear as I was working. And I'm like, how y'all get rowing? So the House met today. Pretty much it was just a resolution to thank the Governor General for reading the speech from the throne.
Right, that even
That's
ain't
all
nothing
it
to
was.
rabble. That even ain't nothing to rabble.
No, it was just thank you. You did a good job. Thank you. You know, so the Prime Minister kind of went through the speech of the throne, kind of wrapped it up in like a little bow and say, these are the things that we are going to do. These are the things that we promised to do. You know, thank you. And then, you know, he also condolences to the family of the traffic. You know, everything was just going smooth. Then Pintat stand up.
Yeah.
You know, he started off good too. He said nice things about the Governor General, said she looked nice, she read well. And then all of a sudden, it went left.
Yeah, like he's at the DTs.
Like, it was how you get talking about something that the
It's
speaker
nowhere
has
in-
continuously told you cannot talk about here.
And it's
in
entirely
here.
out of context.
And has nothing to do with
Yes.
what we are talking
Yes.
about.
This is entirely out of context.
So he gets up and in the middle of his speech, Mussy started to write notes and decided that he wanted to talk about this Eric Gardner thing and this Michael Akitis thing again. The speaker, I must say, at the beginning was very calm. She was like, we spoke about this. This is something that went before the Committee of Privilege, and once it goes before the committee, we can't talk about it anymore. Like the only time that we could ever have this conversation again is when the committee comes to me with whatever ruling they have.
And then the legal team will advise
Right,
me on
and
how
then
to
we
see it.
talk about this.
Right.
So he wanted to bring up Michael Akitis' connection to Top Notch while they supposed to be thanking the Governor General for
Yeah.
the speech for the throne.
Yeah.
So Chester Cooper stands up and was like, hey, not the time. This is not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, this went before the committee.
Yeah.
You think he stopped? Nope. Kept going. And the speaker, I must say, she was so, at first. She was very calm.
Yeah,
you know, she
very
just,
honorable member.
yeah, she just was like, we ain't doing that. Like, we ain't doing it. And Pintar kept poking and poking. You know, she didn't run hot and tell Rollins.
Then they switched gear, because I gotta tell you.
She didn't run hot and tell Rollins. But I think we have a clip between Chester, Speaker, and Pintar.
That smaller enterprise, Madam Speaker. The smaller enterprise, Madam Speaker.
The chair recognizes the honourable member for Exuma and Regular.
Speaker, you've ruled on the matter. The member knows better. He's trying to be cute, Madam Speaker. We don't find it that way, Madam Speaker. And I ask you, please, to enforce your ruling.
Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, let me say this as calmly as possible. The member is seeking to direct not just the Speaker, the third member of a co-equal of a Prime Minister and a Chief Justice. So he's seeking to direct you. But he's seeking to direct what I say. Without having heard what I said, he's seeking to direct it. I have every right to paint any scenario that makes clear to the public the message I wish to deliver, Madam Speaker. And I would ask, Madam Speaker, if you would restrain the member so that I could complete my statement and he could speak all he wants when he...
Yeah.
She was calm. Like I said, she was calm. She kept saying...
I feel like she brought a little comic book to read. Because you know that she looked like she wasn't even... You know, like sometimes when you go to a place or a thing that you don't necessarily want to go to, you know what? I got to take it out for an hour. Let me just carry a little something to read, you know, to keep me distracted. And so it looked like she was catching up on like maybe the Times or something. I'm not sure.
She was just very calm. She just kept... And I must say, if she ain't telling him about 6 times to stop... It got so bad. I think Chester stopped standing up. Then Yamakra...
Right.
What is
Zayn,
it?
like,
Zayn started saying, listen, man, the speaker already ruled. Like, why we even still talking about this?
Yeah.
They provoking bad, you know. Like, I think people...
Zayn's always so calm, isn't he?
Yes, but the thing is, I think people, and this is why I encourage people to watch for themselves, because what's going to come on the news tonight is going to be the little clip that we're going to show y'all in a second, where she run hot. But that happened after literally almost an hour of her being like, y'all, relax me. Like, she was so calm at first, and she, you know, she...
Yeah.
We already spoke about this.
She has to learn to use the triggers. So she has the power to suspend the House. She said,
I could have put y'all out here a long time. I'm trying to be nice.
Right, there's so many triggers that she can use. I tell you, she reminds me of Xerxes, right? There's a scene in 300 where they said that as powerful as Xerxes was and as much people as he commanded, the God King suffers one fatal flaw. He is easy to taunt.
And I do believe that. I can tell you all about that when we get to the Rollins clip, right? But it's like, and then after, you know, that exchange with the Halkitis thing, and she was like, we're not talking about this. Then he decides he wants to bring up something else that they already ruled they weren't talking about in the House, which was the matter that was before the courts.
And that's when her apostolic anointing kicked in.
And she was like, she was like, bro, we don't talk. Like, how much times? Actually,
I rebuke you.
No. She rebuked Rollins because at one point, you know, after Pintar was done, she still was calm with Pintar. She let it go. She was calm with him, even though he continued to bring up stuff when she said, we cannot talk about it. She even said, listen, man, the rule, I wish I could remember what rule she said, Rule 26, whatever it was, says that this is what it is. I'm not being biased. We cannot talk about it in here. He finally stopped, sit down, left it alone. Fred Mitchell got up. Fred Mitchell started to talk about how he's not going to let the opposition drag the country's name through the mouth. Then Rollins stands up and going back and forth with
Fred Mitchell.
She's trying to calm them down. Next thing you know, Rollins says to her something. I couldn't hear what it was.
Rollins calls Fred a crazy person.
She stripped all that from the record. He called him crazy. Then
Michael
Fred
Pintar pops back up and says,
Fred threatened him basically. You forget that.
I want you to also tell Fred Mitchell to take the fact that the FNM is steeped in corruption off of the record.
Yeah, but I didn't think we could mention that since she...
And she said, well, you have to at least let me hear it first. Like, And
no,
so,
I don't think we did not get to hear. So it was a back and forth that was going on for a while. Fred said, "Y'all lucky being outside." I didn't know what that means. Fred was he telling me he's going to put hands on
Fred said this should have been the schoolyard.
Yeah, Fred was like, if we was outside. Anyway, she's trying to calm them down because at this point, even people who are sitting now screaming things across the floor to each other, she's trying to calm everything down. Rollins has to be her trigger. It's like, I couldn't hear what he said because his mic was off. But he said something to her. Yeah. And she went from 0
to the apostolic.
She said, my name is Patricia.
I'm DeVoe.
And she's saying, I don't play. I mean, she just went off.
Yeah. She's saying, I can walk away from the chair now. But you can't walk away from the chair.
And that's what
she like them Christians who say, don't make me put my anointing down for you, yeah? I'll rest my Christianity
down.
But
I wish we could have heard. See, this is the thing. We didn't hear what he said. We only could see her reaction. And then he came back afterward and tried to make it seem like he didn't say any classic narcissistic behavior. He was like, I wasn't trying to disrespect you.
And then she says, be careful, yeah?
I think we have a clip, little clip of her running hard on Rollins.
No one man or no one woman in this honorable assembly directs me. And when I say me, I can move away from the Speaker, Patricia Ann DeVoe. None can rise to their feet and tell you that they do that with me. And I'm asking you, as the leader of the official opposition, to control your member and his conduct. And he ain't no newcomer to this house. But I don't know where he headed with his line of cheerleading, but don't use this floor. You hear me? Don't use it. I'm speaking to the member of Marco City now.
Speaker, we ask.
Sit down.
Madam Speaker, we ask that the same
10 of you.
Madam Speaker, this is
can't grab this head.
What you're doing now, Madam Speaker, is unnecessary, though, Madam Speaker. You made your point. So, Madam Speaker, the member for Fox Hill, Madam Speaker, the member for Fox Hill,
every time I make a ruling in this place, it has started out challenged by you, Honorable Member for Marco City. It's challenged by you.
Madam Speaker, can I complete my statement, Madam Speaker?
You understand?
The member for Fox Hill.
You're the leader.
Madam Speaker, the member for Fox Hill continues to give the public the impression.
I have already expunged that from the record, so allow the honorable member to complete.
I wish to complete the statement. He is seeking to give the public the impression that we are damaging the reputation of the Bahamas. When the truth of the matter is, if somebody is carrying out a criminal act, and you defend that person who's carrying out a criminal act, that is destroying the reputation of the Bahamas.
Respectfully, I have not been disrespectful to you. I have not. And I will say this. In this house, you are known as the member for Bamboo Town, the Speaker of this honorable House of Assembly.
You don't have to tell me what I know.
Not Patricia DeVoe. Not Patricia DeVoe. Neither am I Sylvester Andre Rollins in this house. I am Long Island. We have no personal names in here.
When you deal with the character, you dealing with me.
Understood, Madam Speaker. Understood, Madam Speaker.
So you're dealing with me.
Understood.
And my name.
Understood. And I have never brought your name.
Don't you do that.
I have never brought your name into disrepute.
I put my name on the record. I didn't say you.
Okay.
I said me.
Thank you.
I put my name on the record.
Okay.
So you take a seat.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Because I am now moving on to the honorable member of Fox Hill and the completion of his debate.
I wish we could have just heard. I just wish we could.
For telling the Governor General thanks. How you get hot like this?
We couldn't hear. See, and this is the thing. They missed the part where she say, "I rebuke you."
Yeah.
Like she looked like she was getting ready to get out of that.
Apostolic.
He said something to her from his seat, and he's sitting right there from her. Yeah. His mic was off, but she heard him.
She could hear him
because she was talking to Pintard. And she switched and she gone straight at Rollins. I wish we could have heard what he said to her, man. But whatever he said to her took her from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Then when she was done with him, she'd take Pintard. Let me tell you something. control this man.
Talk to your boy, yeah?
She's saying, if you don't control this man,
Yeah, you all come here together. You better
I
talk
put
to him.
everybody out.
Yeah.
I do not understand what it is.
She
And
might
I would
need a
say
teeth
this.
down.
I would also say this. When you know someone is intentionally trying to trigger you, you have to find ways to ignore them. That man comes in there every Wednesday, every Monday.
Wednesday?
No, Monday, because they don't meet every Monday.
Yeah.
They go in there, he goes in there with the intentions of running this woman
She
off.
might need like a teeth dam, so like she could put the little teeth dam in the back of her jaw. And so like when he goes at it, she could clench her jaw without it being uncomfortable.
She need to meditate. I know it's easier said than done. I said meditate. I know it's easier said than done. Someone said it. I know that. But what happens is the public then gets a perception of you without getting the full story. Because ain't nobody watching 4 hours of the house just to see that.
And Rollins is light skinned, so he will get light skin privilege. She will naturally walk away as the rowdy.
No, and she's a woman. It will always be she's biggity because she's a woman. Yes, it will always be she's the rowdy woman.
Yeah.
But they poked and they poked and they poked at that woman until she broke today. But my thing is, as the speaker, you have to try. I cannot do it because, like I say, I could tell you about your ma and the dead grandma. That's why I cannot sit in no position like that because
Well,
they
you
will
have to just be the chair.
They will have to drag me out of there. So I know what my temperament is like.
Yeah.
But as the speaker, she has to try.
Who would drag the speaker? Because everybody in the house beneath the speaker, she'd have to drag herself.
The police then. What you call the police?
No, the sergeant at arms works for the speaker. He can't drag her. She would have to grab herself by the coattail and pull herself out of the parliament.
Because they legitimately every week go in there with the same things over and over again.
How you all get this hot? Offering congratulatory remarks to the governor. I can't understand that the debate would be at this temperature. This like your two children fighting for who could sit in the front seat of the car.
It was
you
too
all
much.
this mad over the front seat.
Well, we ain't finished with the foolishness.
Yeah.
Fred and Rollins also had it out a little bit. We're going to play a little clip of that from y'all too. And then unfortunately, we're going to get into those traffic accidents that happened over the weekend and today.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe Wallet, or even Sand Dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon.
Food Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Brunson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. Listen, I just be prayerful.
We so disgusting as a people sometimes. Like, honestly,
I
like...
think this weekend proved that to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, anyway.
But we are not the people we once were. Something is different about us. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
We just...
Maybe it's the heat.
Y'all, and it is being men, you know.
Hey, I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, absolutely, you're a part of the problem. But I do not understand what
do you mean?
Men who run on Facebook and social media just do something to me. Like, I feel like men ain't supposed to, like, ain't a car to fix outside or something. Why are you typing and talking about women on social media? Sorry, I read some comments about the speaker just now.
Because you could have views. I mean, I don't think you have to take your views.
What I read just now, that wasn't a view.
I don't think you have to take your views. That is into the Maya, right? So your views don't have to go there. But I mean, we live in a world where there is the exchange of thoughts and views. And if you are a man or a woman, you could espouse them. I think this is inappropriate.
I understand that, but I think some things, I don't know. I can't imagine my man going on social media and seeing my man just running on with a bunch of women all day, typing like, and the toilet got to fix.
I think when we get to the point of name calling, that's not even man or woman anymore. That's child's play. And there, the scripture says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, and I understood as a child, and I did everything that I did like a child. And at some point, I ceased from being a child.
I just don't understand when our men got so womanish. And if you have an issue, and I was, the comments with the speaker, I was reading some of the comments, I won't repeat it because it's disgusting, right? If you have an issue and you want to express yourself, then express yourself based on what she said, not by her looks or calling names and these big grown men, these ain't even like churring. These big husky.
Yeah, but again,
anyway,
adulthood doesn't. You cannot measure adulthood in height, and so you can only measure it in action. And if you are acting like a child, then it is reasonable to assume that you are in fact a child.
What Rodney used to call them? A bunch of...
Yeah, sissy men.
Boy, anyway. Don't forget that with Canoe, Bahamian businesses can access their funds right at home, enjoy faster payouts, process payments 24/7, and move money at your own convenience. Bahamian business owners can accept payments online with Canoe, explore Canoe's API and invoicing features to get paid locally and internationally. Canoe is a Bahamian fintech helping local merchants accept payments fast and easy. Canoe empowers entrepreneurs to get paid quickly and to grow.
Canoe, it's your one-stop stop and shop for all your shopping needs.
And right now, their mother probably look just like these things they talking about.
But you can't go to the name calling because then that, destroys the quality of the argument.
Well, your sister.
That also destroys the quality of the argument.
Your girlfriend?
The argument isn't getting any better.
What if they shape like that too? Some of them must be very hippie.
Well, shape is a
birthdays have these childbirthing hips. Talking about how somebody's shaped.
We could talk about that at the...
have childbirthing hips.
Yeah.
man want to talk about people.
I'm very happy that I don't suffer that.
You know what I mean? You know what? I ain't gonna let y'all make me mad today. And I'm not gonna let y'all make me mad. This is why I can't be the speaker. This is why I can't be in the house.
Yeah.
I would be throwing things and just
I
put me out.
actually feel like she should always keep her desk clear because Rollins is sitting right in tossing range.
Yeah,
I want to tell you that.
She should have like a water gun or something.
Yeah.
And like every time he run out, just like squirt him.
Yeah.
Like that might make her feel better.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Just a little suggestion.
I know she wishes that the House of Assembly could leak in that one spot. Yeah.
Anyway, but I'm gonna tell you what Rollins is good at. What do people say? Throwing rocks and throwing stones and hiding his hand.
He dates and switch.
Yes, and he will say something because we couldn't hear what he told her. And then when he got up, she was screaming, and he was so calm.
Yeah, it's a bait and switch.
Madam Speaker,
please.
I did not mean
whatsoever
to insult
could have
you.
you this rallied.
Yeah, I calm down. Like this time, this man done whispered the most nasty thing to this woman, but you couldn't hear
me. I didn't know you could hear me, Madam Speaker. I thought I was thinking that.
Men like that, you have to be careful of, okay? Because they will make the entire world think that you are crazy, and she is doing that.
She might be a little crazy, but that doesn't mean that she should, let Rollins push her off the edge.
Yeah, I let off.
When the speaker can say, and I ain't talking, but no chair now. I talking about.
That's when I say, no, man.
She
was doing so well.
You gotta reel it in before that point,
She was doing so well. I was like, go, girl.
Yeah.
Then when she say, I rebuke, I say, oh, well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Her apostolic flare.
Well, there you go. Anyway, Fred and Andre and Rollins also had a little back and forth as well. We have a clip from that.
Absolutely false. Absolutely false.
Members.
False. God is chance. God is chance to be here because of me. Okay. You. Because of me. You got a chance because of me.
Member?
That's why you're here.
There's one. There's a member on this page.
Oh my. See, crazy knows as crazy is. Crazy knows what crazy is. Out of your mind? You don't really want me to tell you who out of their mind today. You don't.
Members.
If I were in the schoolyard, I'll tell you who's out of your mind.
Members, honorable members.
So you better withdraw it.
Members.
Withdraw it. Withdraw it.
Members,
yeah, I should tell you who's out of your mind.
Honorable members.
Point of order.
The members turning.
Zane kept getting up like, man, come on,
man.
All of this, just because they supposed to be saying thank you to Mother Pat.
I don't even know how you get this. My granddaddy would say in this moment, y'all better rest that guinea cassava down. You hear me? Rest that guinea cassava down. That's how Zane looked at me.
Listen, I do not understand. Everybody, it literally, the house was so calm and it was so solemn at the beginning because, people were doing condolences and stuff.
Who doesn't want to say nice things with the Governor General?
And
She's so wonderful. Her dress was so nice. And she read, Madam Speaker, so eloquently the direction of this government. And if you chest the you get to say, the Governor General talked about our building on the blueprint for progress. And somehow, Andre Rollins in here lighting the whole place on fire. I don't even understand how he doing it. We even ain't talking about nothing, Andre.
He's good at it, though, I must say. Because
we ain't talking about debt. We ain't talking about revenue. We ain't talking about no government, nothing. We talking about an hour and 40-minute speech read by an 80-year-old woman. And Andre Rollins is somehow turning that into a contentious situation.
Listen, I would encourage you. I mean, I don't know how much time y'all have to waste. I just put a little headphone in while they're doing work and I'll listen.
The House of Assembly is actually good white noise.
The Senate would never. The Senate is
especially
nice and
this Senate.
They are so
decorum.
Yeah, but the Senate has always been that.
No, but I think
because they sit too close together.
Even right now, they have a nice little feng shui of emotions going on. Even when Arinthia Komalafi keeps popping up like a little pop tart the whole time.
She's trying to be the Rollins of the Senate. It ain't working because they're not easily baited.
Calm.
Yeah, they're not
the people
easily
on
baited.
her side, calm and all.
Yeah.
They when she get up and doing all this popping up, Dr. Johnson look at her like. What she would be mad for?
Even Tingham was looking at Rollins them today, trying to figure out what was going on.
Lincoln
was like, what's happening?
Yeah, you know that's like the one friend you can't go nowhere because we getting up lock up and you ain't gonna be sure why we lock up till we in the police car.
I think he getting locked up with them. And then you get locked up with that.
Yeah,
he don't look like the type.
You don't have a friend who you in the police car and you say, "Boy, what we fighting about?" Because you even know, all you know is he tell you he going to the bar to order a drink. Next thing you know, there's a fight by the bar and it's your friend.
Anyway,
that's Rollins.
We got to move on. We have much more to talk about. So the traffic accidents that took place over the weekend and today. Unfortunately, 6 people lost their lives between, what would that be, early Saturday morning, early Sunday morning, and today in...
late Saturday night, because the one in Grand Bahama was 10 p.m., I think it was.
It was in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Abaco today. And if you missed it, this is what happened with the young girls in New Providence over the weekend.
Topping the weekend edition.
A bloody traffic accident leaving several dead in the capital and gripping the nation. This as police work to figure out the likely cause. Rebecca Bain was on the ground this morning.
What should have been a drive home after a night out ended in unspeakable tragedy early Sunday morning. Assistant Superintendent of Police Demetria Capron says the crash happened around 1:40 a.m. along Shirley Street. Preliminary investigations indicate a gray Mazda Demio was traveling west when the driver lost control and crashed into a tree on the northern side of the road. The force of impact left the vehicle almost unrecognizable. The front end was crushed, the windshield shattered, and the interior stained with blood as personal belongings were scattered across the scene. Videos shared on social media captured bystanders racing to the wreckage, desperately trying to reach the young occupants before emergency crews arrived. Only half of the occupants were able to survive.
There were 8 occupants in total of the Mazda vehicle. 5 of the victims were taken to the hospital via EMS. 3 persons succumbed here on the scene. Additional information received is that a short time later, one of the 5 victims that were taken to the hospital also succumbed to their injuries.
The 4 victims have been unofficially identified as Diamond Stubbs, Dania Webb, and 2 other teenagers. Some had only recently celebrated their high school graduation. Others were preparing to take their next steps towards college. In just a few seconds, those futures were gone. Capron says every fatal crash is a reminder of just how quickly lives can be changed.
We have 4 victims, 4 female young victims who would have lost their lives in this traffic crash this morning. And so we are imploring all drivers to slow down, drive within the speed limit, wear your seatbelt, because it's an unfortunate and sad situation here today.
Now, what's left behind of this morning's tragic accident is the damaged tree the car collided with. When Eyewitness News arrived, the tree stretched across both sides of the road, now leaving investigators trying to piece together what exactly happened. While Eyewitness News posed the question to police if speed may have been a factor, and here's what they had to say.
Well, we are in our early stages of investigation, and so we would not rule that out, but nor can we say at this time that speed was a factor. So once we have additional inquiries done, our investigations play out, we will come back and provide an update.
This marks the second traffic accident of the weekend, coming just hours after a single vehicle crash in Grand Bahama claimed the life of a 26-year-old woman. Police are urging motorists to slow down, stay alert, and drive responsibly as investigators continue working to determine what led to Sunday morning's devastating crash.
So tragic. And, you know, it's always a Sunday. That's kind of how it happened in my life. And somehow it is in the moments when there's such stillness, or, you know, you kind of remember the hush of the day, like right before the incident always. And
well,
it's just...
I want to start, obviously, by extending condolences.
Yes.
To the families of all of the victims.
Yes.
The young girls here in New Providence, the young lady in Grand Bahama, and the man who lost his life today in Abaco.
Sure.
And speedy recovery for the 4 victims that are still in hospital here. I think they said the driver had a broken wrist. One of the 2, a female and a woman and a man, are in stable condition, and I think they said a 21-year-old man, if I'm not sure, is in the ICU.
Yeah, I expressly want to say my special condolences to, to all of them, but particularly the people from the area of Cat Island, because I understand as a community the way they kind of link up.
Yes.
And, everybody is one another's auntie and uncle or cousin. And so I'm advised that one of the girls in the car, her dad's name is Stanley, and if that is in fact the case, I know him very well. And, I think this may have been the daughter that he was just talking about, how smart she was, and just earlier in the week when I spoke to him. And so, I mean, for life to end
so
that
quickly,
way
so tragically, from what I understand, 2 of them were off to college, scholarship recipients, awesome students, amazing young ladies. And it's just, the conversations that were had on the weekend, I think that sometimes we could just pause sometimes to just take in what happened and express condolences and give it a little minute before you start finger pointing and blaming and trying to figure out why, when the police haven't even released any report on exactly what caused the accident yet, but we're going to get into that in a minute. I think we have an interview.
Because what I was going to say is, and especially if you hold positions of prominence in the society and in the community, right? I couldn't help but notice the posting from the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's.
St. Anne's?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. I saw the one from Pintard. I thought one sentence was kind of...
Who basically almost maybe minutes, or it was certainly daylight, so I'm thinking not very long after the accident, comes out to do an inspection of the road, and just his language, it is so sad that someone that is as charismatic as him can permit himself to become a cockwomble at times. And I think his friends ought to check that behavior, because while I'm not saying there isn't a place for it, the time for it is
I think the timing for some of the conversation, mind you, I'm not saying that conversations don't need to be had, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But I'm just saying sometimes, you could just give it a minute.
Yeah.
Give it a little second.
Yeah.
When some people say, not right now. Now is not the time. I think some of the comments that were made at that moment was not the time.
Yeah.
Something else I thought was not the time. And this happened to, I know this has happened to people that I know as well, finding out on social media that your loved one has passed away because people just post videos or they pull pictures off of their Facebook pages and they spread these things around before I even get a call from the police to let me know that my loved one has been in an accident.
I don't know if
it was horrific. I did not.
Some of it was,
I chose not to watch.
For the value of content, I have a desire to know, so I guess I watched. But
no, I didn't want to watch.
Again, I think CeCe Winans calls it the old familiar place, right? And so we've been here before. We will be here again at some point. When that is, we don't know. We will say God forbid, so that, But when these things happen, the goal is always to understand what happened and to figure out how to be better than we were the time before.
Yes.
All right. And I think as a community, we all have to put in a small piece of effort to ensure that the greater picture is the road safety is better, that just the general assessment of people using the roads, increases.
I think we have an interview with the aunt of one of the girls. We'll play that.
Need to do when it comes to times like this. We need to find something that disallows person to do things like that, because this is very distasteful. And then the comments following it, we don't know if they were drunk because the autopsy didn't say blood was in their alcohol was in their blood. We don't know if he was speeding because we don't have the report if there was skid marks or not. It's just a bunch of hearsay, and people assume because they're a bunch of young people that they were out there drunk and partying and whatever. And for families to read that is really, really hard. And I think we have to streamline where we allow people to, even if they have to be fined or something, but that has to stop, because until the autopsy is out, until everything has been confirmed, I think that for baseless remarks out there, family, it's hard. My niece has lost both parents, and for her brother and aunts to have to come and deal, it is hard, and they don't know what happened. So we need to find a way where that is curtailed and that is curbed.
Yeah. People, I could tell you how to curtail it. People could just be adults. There is a, and I can't sing this enough times. There is a level of behavior associated with adulthood. Practice that.
I wish that I could say that just because people are grown, it means that they're adults. Because some of the comments that I was reading over the weekend, it honestly disgusts me. And it's something that I said before. I think we also have a very short memory. And all of a sudden, when things happened, we're perfect. Yeah. We're perfect drivers. We were perfect teenagers. You know, we never did anything. Well, child, I'll tell you one thing. The prayers of my grandmother and my ancestors, probably the only thing that kept me from being in a position just like this. Yeah. Because I have been piled up in a car before too in my late teens, early 20s.
Teens, if you've ever gone to a regatta, if you've ever gone to a family island, anything, all of these day-away excursions, people are piled up in these vehicles.
I don't know how I could, and I always used to say this to my, I don't know how because college days, the amount of drinking and fun, and mind you, it was fun, and we didn't have in the back of our head that things could happen. There's something about being a teen or in your early 20s that makes you feel invincible, right? Like you feel like these things cannot happen to you, and sometimes you make stupid mistakes. I've done so many stupid things that obviously now, in hindsight, I wouldn't do.
You know, Tingham flipped me over in a car at regatta, and we was as dry as a plantain chip. There was zero alcohol involved. Mm-hmm. But they're called accidents because they shouldn't happen. Yeah. And all I'm saying to people is, you know, let us not go out there trying to, you know, make ourselves sound so righteous. Yes. Right? Because but for the grace of God would we all go. And again,
pure speculation. And just like as simple as my nephew pulling that car into the yard, and the bolt falling out, and if he was
on
driving,
a highway, that would have a completely different outcome.
Exactly, and then people would have turned around and say, "Oh, he probably was drinking. Oh, he probably speeded."
And he was going so fast, you only see the tire fall off.
Exactly, and it was literally a mechanical failure, a mechanical error that caused the wheel to literally fall off.
Correct.
Like, we don't know. We're sitting here speculating, and then it goes from placing blame to now placing blame on the government. I saw people asking, okay, we've had all these accidents. What is the government going to do? And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, when are we as a people going to take responsibility and be like, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what, you know, a lot of these accidents can be prevented. We talked about this last week when I told y'all we needed to slow down because we speed too much in this country. Coming to work, I saw 3 accidents from Shirley Street here. There was a 3-car pileup by Marathon Light, an accident on the roundabout by, what was that, Blue Hill Road? And then one always here by the 6-leg roundabout.
Now, would I say that the government has no liability? I'm not sure I'm prepared to take that position, especially in the instance in Grand Bahama where I understand maybe the median was involved.
No, but
there are some places where these medians have to be reevaluated.
I understand that, but I'm also saying the government has a responsibility to keep the roads safe.
Right.
We don't know what happened in the instance of the road. I know people were talking about the pothole that was in that road on Shirley Street. I've seen that. That's not a pothole that takes you straight to hell. It is very deep, if you have ever seen it. But it is more in the yard of the plaza than it is in the road.
Yeah.
It's there, though.
But again,
and they also have like a trench that is so far down that they need to raise it
Sure.
to the level of the road.
But we would have to find out if any of those
we
were
don't
circumstances associated with
That's
this
what I'm saying.
incident.
We don't know.
Right, so
it's just pure speculation at this point.
This moment is,
offer condolences
and be sad if that is what you want to do.
And if you're going to help the family, then help the family. But let's stop.
It is normal to be mad, right? So when I lost my sister in 2009 in a car accident, my sister and my little cousin in a car accident, it was 3 o'clock in the day. They had just left home eating Sunday dinner. There was no liquor involved, and the automatic response is to be mad at everyone.
You want to find someone to blame.
And especially if you get the unfortunate opportunity to actually watch her lay there. You know what I mean? It is the most, I want to say, humanizing feeling in the most dehumanizing way, because I realize my human mortality and that I have no power here.
Yeah.
And you want to be mad at the commissioner, you want to be mad at the driver. Same incident. The driver of the vehicle broke his ankle when my sister died. And eventually you just have to tell yourself, that if you believe the things you say when you are being spiritual, which is that God never fails and that there is a plan, you have to somehow convince yourself to believe the thing you say.
But when it comes to the drivers now, I don't think that any punishment would be. I don't think anybody could punish the driver more than they probably would be punishing themselves right now.
Let's talk about the other survivors in the car, because that is something to live with.
Survivor's guilt is also something as well. I mean, and these are young people, I think we have the clip from the 26-year-old. Let's play that one.
Meantime, a 26-year-old woman has died following a single vehicle crash on East Sunrise Highway in Grand Bahama late Saturday night. Police say the woman was driving a burgundy Ford Focus westbound when she attempted to overtake another vehicle, lost control, struck the center median, overturned and crashed into a concrete utility pole. She was transported to Rand Memorial Hospital, where she later died. Investigations continue.
What's happening with the bumper?
I don't know.
Are we being ambushed again?
Yes, but
we stop being sad now. Let us be sad, please.
Oh, it's time for us to take a break. We'll continue this conversation when we come back. We'll talk about what happened in Grand Bahama. We'll talk about the accident today. We'll open up the phone lines. The Prime Minister also had a moment of silence today. Ginger Moxie also said something.
And it is always an abnormal feeling when parents have to bury their children.
Absolutely. We'll be back right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173, Eye on the Nation.
A lot of people know CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store thanks to our beautiful retail stores. But what you may not know is contractors love shopping here as well. Whether you need a flat rack of shingles, a truckload of drywall, or a pallet of joint compound, we can make it happen with unbeatable pricing, fast turnaround times, and excellent communication. That's why contractors love shopping with CBS Bahamas. Learn more at cbsbahamas.com.
your help can go even further. Be an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Lehman Miller.
And I'm Sandy Brown. And if you're just joining us, we were talking about those tragic traffic accidents that took place on the weekend here in the capital, as well as in Grand Bahama, with the latest one happening right here. With the latest one happening in Abaco. I think we left off the conversation talking about, what government can do.
Right.
What I think they can do
Right.
is make sure that these roads are lit and make sure that the potholes don't take you to hell in these roads.
Right.
I know at one point, if you were driving at night on the airport road, there's an entire stretch you're in darkness.
Right.
Like the lights don't work. I don't know if they don't notice. I don't know if they solar and the solar panels ain't working no more, but you're literally riding in darkness and you have to turn your brights on that road.
Yeah.
Shirley Street, not just in the area where this accident happened. About, I would say maybe 6-7 months ago, you would say, around that time, they cut these little squares all on the side of Shirley Street. That I don't know what it is. Drainage. I have no idea what it is. You literally doing this the whole time that you are on Shirley Street. Now, if that is something that is important, could you level it off to the road? Or even if it has to be a little bit under, because that will mess up your shocks,
Right.
your tires, your brakes. What else is be under the car?
Suspension.
It's suspension, all of that. It is
Thyroid ends.
driving on Shirley Street is one of the worst experiences ever if you have to drive on that road.
Yeah.
Honestly. And because of how bad the road is, in the daytime you could only go about 2 miles per hour on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because everybody driving slow because they scared to drop in the 2 trillion set of holes that they have there.
Yeah, so maybe Shirley Street needs a full revamp, because like how they're revamping that West Bay Street corridor before you get to what is the name of the place that you by the
Yes.
So
Well, they're rerouting the road.
right, because they realize that road is a navigational hazard.
And because every time the tide is
road,
high,
it
the
becomes a
sign is be in the
navigational
road.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's a navigational hazard, and I think maybe Shirley Street has reached the point where we have to reconsider now.
We do. It needs the entire
But
Shirley
there is
Street
some
needs to be.
historical value, right? Because let's not forget, St. Matthew's is down there, isn't it? And isn't that the oldest Anglican church in the Bahamas, and I think possibly the third oldest one in the region or something?
Okay, now
So
you're
there
gonna have
is-
to explain me what that have to do with the road.
So there
being
is
paved.
historic value that
With the
may
holes in the road?
impede, or that may impede the way we do the road in certain areas of Shirley Street because you can't just knock down St. Matthew's wall.
Nobody's asking them to do it. I'm just asking them to also just fill in the little holes that they put along
I'm just saying that in the redesign of Shirley Street, though, I get why it could possibly be something that makes an architect cringe, because you have to figure out how to make it functional without destroying historical value, without, you know what I mean? While it is also safe.
It's great when you're talking about the historical value of things, but it'd also be great to ride on that road and not have a flat. I dropped in my car in one of the biggest trenches I've ever seen. No, in my Audi.
Oh, okay.
Right on Shirley
Street. If you could afford an Audi, you could afford Audi parts. They saw you coming.
Not the point. It was an open trench that I don't know which company decided they wanted to work, and they left it open. And my whole car dropped in it.
Yeah.
The driver tire, the back tire, blown. As soon as I drop in it, I didn't even know what not power steering. What you call it when your car? What's the wheel thing?
Traction control.
Whatever that is. I didn't even know that it's go bad when you're dropping holds. The whole ride home after I had to call someone, I had to hold my wheel hard to the right in order for the car to be straight from dropping in one, and then there's no recourse.
Right.
You know, nobody's paying me for the fact that y'all burst 2 of my tires and messed my whole car up.
Right.
With these open trenches. So there needs to be some sort of recourse for these companies that work on these trenches in the middle of the day and then decide to just leave them open.
Yeah. No, and you know, I think it was at some point during, I think, one of the Free National Movement's administrations where they tried to draw a more seamless line between these agencies and how they did.
Wheel alignment, thank you.
But somehow that doesn't seem to work. Now, what I will say, to their credit, to this administration's credit, if you recall in the last administration, White Daddy, the Minister of Works, had created, what do they call them? The Road Patching Authority or whatever. Owen Wells used to be in charge of it, right? And I think they actually created that to create more synergy with the way we repair roads. Well, this is a new administration. I think board appointments are tomorrow or Wednesday. Let's see if that still exists. And if it does, let's see who they get to chair it and, and see if that person has the wherewithal to try and, but this is the awkward little phase where governments switch. And so now you have to see who will come next and what they will get done.
There's an awkward little phase of government switch, but the minister was still the minister.
Agreed. But road surfacing doesn't ascend sometimes all the way to the
another thing I think we need to work on, and I think one of the governments said that they were working on it. I cannot remember which one at the time, but they said that they were working on it, is the synergy between the ministries because and the companies. Because let's just say Cable decide they want to dig up the road today, they dig it up, then they close it, they pave the road, then 2 weeks later, BPL got to dig in that same spot, or they're working on the roads, they don't patch them up. I don't know if they are responsible after they dig up the road to patch it, to make sure that the road is back to but it's look like that's not what's happening. And when they put their little manholes, I don't know what you call them. What you call them?
We're good manhole.
I think that's what they call it. But when you put them there, and then they so down in the road here, and this is the little... And you're riding on like 5 of them before you have to get to your destination. It is horrible.
Yeah.
Harbor Bay in that area is so much of them in the road.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like, do ministers drive on these roads? Do y'all fall in these things to see how horrid it is and what it does to your vehicle?
Well, if you have a driver and you sit in the back seat, your ride is entirely different. So
no, you're doing this in the back seat too.
Yeah,
though.
But if you got your head down texting, which is what most of them are doing all the time, like you kind of just your brain isn't registering the drive.
Now these are the things that I think that we can do to make sure that the ride is more enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I also think we need to slow down. I also think we need to ease up with the overtaking. And trust me, I could say that, and I am an overtaking queen. I can't stand someone to be driving slow in front of me. But I'm now realizing that I need to have more patience.
I also want us to have a revision of where we have these medians and how we maintain them. The thing, for instance, Pinewood Garden gets me every single time, Miles Laroda. I don't know how these medians ain't killing more people, and I'll tell you why.
Because people know that they are there.
No, but every time they resurface the road, like they bring the road up another 1/8 of an inch, right? So now the median is like, so it's there, but its visibility is becoming harder and harder and harder every single time they pave the road, right? Because they add another little skim what do you call the thing? Asphalt around. And so now the median that was once 4 inches out of the ground is like 1 inch and 1/8 out of the ground. It is so hard to see. There's no reflector on it. It ain't paint yet, nothing. And these things are navigational hazards.
They are. Now these are the things I think that the government can do. In terms of driving, I think we need to talk to our kids. I definitely had a conversation with my nephew and my daughter. They sucked their teeth and it's like, we know it was coming. Yeah, it coming. Because
I think Adrian White should take that post down, Adrian. It is,
I didn't see the
It
post.
is in poor taste. Again,
I think
you
sometimes
are too educated to just allow yourself to be reduced to this level of minutia. And it again, it reeks of the behavior of a cockwomble. That's exactly what I would call it.
Wow.
No, I'm telling you.
Especially when we don't know what the cause of the accident is at this moment. Let me
on the break, I'm going to show it.
I don't
This
want to see it.
thing
It's only gonna
has no place, and you should just take it. You are too prominent in the community. You've done nothing wrong per se. This is just not where your footing should be as someone with prominence. And I think if you take on the responsibility of wanting to exist in the public eye, wanting to exist in the public sphere, wanting to exist in the public domain, then you have to also be very cautious about what you do with public trust.
Well, this was the other accident. Let me give you all an update on that. So police in Abaca are investigating a traffic accident that occurred on Ernestine Highway in Spring City, claiming the life of a 30-year-old man. According to preliminary reports, shortly after 7 a.m., police received reports of a two-vehicle collision and responded to the scene. Upon arrival, officers found both vehicles overturned and extensively damaged. The male driver of the silver Nissan Note was reportedly ejected from the vehicle and was found unresponsive at the scene. The male driver of the second vehicle, a green Nissan March, complained of chest pain. Emergency medical personnel responded, examined the unresponsive man, and confirmed that he showed no vital signs of life. The second driver was taken to Marsh Harbor Medical Center for treatment. He was seen by the local doctor and discharged. The preliminary investigation indicates that the driver of the green Nissan March was traveling north along Ernestine Highway when the driver of the Nissan Note attempted to overtake. During the maneuver to overtake, an oncoming vehicle approached from the opposite direction, forcing the Nissan Note to return in the northbound lane where it collided with the green Nissan March. Investigations are ongoing. That exact scenario, no, that's not, yes, that kind of happened to me. That's how I got into the accident in my car, a motorcycle, but it was a motorcycle.
See, I knew the spirit of accident that had immediately come over me had something to do with something. You messing up my chakra.
It was a motorcycle. The guy on the motorcycle was attempting to overtake me. Car was coming in the next lane. He had to swing in the front of me, and I had to make a choice whether I was going to hit him or swerve. I slammed brakes, hit a tree.
I have to get me some chakra beads.
What?
Yeah, you messing up my feng shui.
That was a year ago.
That's how you know how long I've been in an accident? And then
You've been in about tree.
As soon as I start sitting next to Francesca, all of a sudden things running into me. I tell you about the woman who ran into my car and wanted to beat me up in a parking lot.
Someone say, I know you damaged that tree bad. That tree ain't had a scrape on it.
No.
Not one. And thank God for the bumper bar.
Yeah.
Because it took the impact
Yeah.
of that. And that's why
This
you
is why
can't get me to
should
drive some of these.
American vehicles.
You can't get me to drive some of these cars because the bumper bar took
Yeah.
the impact
Yeah.
of that tree, and that bumper bar
You all like to
absolutely
drive these
saved my
cars
life.
with when you get in an accident, the engine sitting in your lap? I'm not playing with them.
No,
Yeah.
Say police car for a reason.
I actually went.
That was not a police car, by the way. That was not my police car. That was the Audi. And
Okay, Audi.
the bumper bar of that took.
It's high European grade quality.
Listen, I don't care what nobody said. They were expensive for a reason. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Because the way that I hit that tree straight in the middle of that car, and that car absorbed the shock, the people came on the scene, they couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I walked away fine, a little
Shaken?
A little shaken up.
Yeah.
A little,
Did you hit your head?
A little dramatic. It was a little dramatic. I did hit my head. I had to sit on the grass for a while. And then the airbags deployed as well.
And life has never really been the same after that, has it?
The point is, I think that I understand that when accidents happen, people try to find out why, but I really wish that before we blame these people and talk about drinking or speeding or they hit a pothole, that we just let police do their investigations. And then if you don't have anything nice to say, just say condolences to the family.
Shutting up is also okay.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say condolences to the family.
All right.
I was just going to say, just say condolences to the family. Condolences.
Just to say, you could say condolences.
You can, because, you know, instead of, I mean, two of these young girls just graduated, you know, full life ahead of them.
So tragic.
They said one of them just came down to, you know, prepare to go off to college.
And this is now an entirely
they were out, you know, just doing what we normally do, you know, just having fun after graduation. I had a ball.
Yeah.
You know, just condolences. That's all I could say. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. Ginger Moxie also had a statement in the right before the House of Assembly. This is what she had to say.
The entire Bahamas is mourning the loss of such young, beautiful souls. On Grand Bahama, we also had a tragedy as well. And so we've extended condolences to the families, to the friends. Young lady, she's also my constituent of Pine Ridge. And so the community is mourning. Of course, we need to ensure that we continue to pray for our young people, you know, pray for the nation. We want to just be there for the family, and such a sad time in our country, not just on Grandmama, but for those who lost loved ones throughout. You know, that's. I don't think that should be done, but you know, we have to be more responsible in how we actually communicate these things. You know,
5 young Bahamians, 5 families broken, 5 futures we will never see unfold. There's no speech that can fill the space these young people leave behind. There's no policy that can answer a mother, father, who has lost their child. All that this house can honestly offer today is our presence, our prayers, and our promise. The promise that we will do everything in our power to protect the young people of this nation so that your families are made to grieve as these families. So on behalf of the government and the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, I extend our deepest and most sincere condolences to each of the 5 families that bear an unbearable loss. We all grieve with you, we all hold you, and this nation will carry your children in its memory.
Yeah. It is, again, one of those things. It stings a bit.
Yeah, and they did have a moment of silence to remember them, you know. And like I said, once again, condolences to the families of everybody that was lost this weekend. There's nothing you can say. What do you tell somebody after that?
Yeah.
You know, you just have to. What do you say, especially when lives are so young?
Yeah. Okay.
You okay?
I'm fine.
One of my friends in my chat reminded me about my accident. Tell me I was very dramatic.
Okay.
The best part.
Was it before or after the head hit?
After.
Okay.
But you know, in the middle of.
So the symptoms kicked in immediately?
In the middle of me crying, and you know, the officer who came to take my statement.
He wanted to make sure you were okay. And
no, he said, "He was the lady from the TV."
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I love you. So I almost died 2 minutes ago.
But since you
Could
ain't
you
there,
give me a second? Yeah. But I must say, it offered a moment of comic relief. I burst out laughing because I was like, we just really don't know how to act.
And I want to tell you, the Negroes are missing no chances.
It's like, come on, right happened. My friend was like, "Is he being serious right now?" We were. Our flabbers were gasted.
Yeah.
And we said, "Man, I love you." I was like, "Okay, thank."
And you just had this brush with death, so
I might as
now you have
well.
things to consider.
Anyway, I don't even think do we have time to open the phone lines? We could read some of.
Yeah, let's read some.
We can read some of the comments.
Oh, and people say that you should tell the people in order who want to come and donate blood. Say y'all been watching The Polygamous all week. Some of y'all need to do a little screening because.
Listen, did y'all see that though? There is a story talking
y'all
about
just mix
new
y'all bricks
HIV cases.
with us. I didn't see that story.
And I think it was 100. I don't want to.
I want them to decide on this though, because didn't we just give out some awards the other day for the masterful work that the doctors have done with the reduction of the HIV?
And then there was a story today that said that there were 100 and something new cases.
Going up or going down?
I don't want to.
And that HIV was almost fully eradicated in this region. And we could pick what we want the story to say, please, because every time I throw confetti in the air, all of a sudden AIDS come back. How come? As soon as I say, yay, no AIDS. Go and do as your heart desire. They say, no AIDS, no AIDS.
Because y'all don't want to stop being nasty.
But if the AIDS
Did you watch The Polygamous?
No, if the AIDS gone.
Watch it. I want every man in Nassau, y'all nasty men that love to cheat.
But men are not cheating with monkeys, so that suggests something. Huh? Huh? Okay.
But in The Polygamous, he gave it.
So listen, if you are a polygamous, we're having a blood drive just for you. We should actually call it the Polygamous Blood Drive. We're not going to do that. But
before we go, we want to send a special congratulations. Oh, blood drive again? Okay, blood drive.
Yeah.
Thursday, July 9th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah. So if you're putting your hand in the cookie jar.
But they screen your blood.
If you're putting your hand in the cookie jar, you could come and donate some blood, and they can check to see if you have any crumbs on your hand from the cookies. That's for people who like to put their hand in the cookie jar.
Or just stop putting your hand in the cookie jar.
Cookies are in the jar.
We'll remind y'all about.
Did you know that?
We'll remind y'all about.
You don't like cookies?
July 9th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. right here at ILTV Studios. Well, of course, I tell you it's in conjunction with Eyewitness News, of course, Eye on the Nation, and The Beat. Blood drive. So we'll continue to remind you until then about the dates and what you have to do. Why are you staring at me like that?
What do you put in your cookie jar?
We want to also send a special congratulations to Dr. Brittany Khadija. Did I pronounce that properly? Bonamy BMSC MBBS. Ciao. The daughter of attorney Audrey Bonamy and retired ACP BK Bonamy Jr. and Castro cousin. Their entire family just wanted to express how proud they are. But there you go. Congratulations, girl. It's plenty letters. BMSC and MBBS.
It sounds like the song. I'm a... What the voice say in the song?
Oh, geez. Congratulations.
I'm a BRST, young, free.
Do you know what she's specializing in, Castro?
And that's on me.
Emergency medicine. Oh, yeah, we need that. Specializing in emergency medicine. Beautiful young lady. Congratulations.
What do the words say?
Huh?
You don't know that song either?
I am trying to say congratulations to Brittany.
Sorry.
I can't even call her Brittany no more. Dr. Brittany.
Yeah. There you have it.
Yeah, congratulations. I saw Dr. Minnis posted a video on the weekend. It was a nice little video.
You mean for the car accident?
No.
Oh.
What this doctor thing reminded me. He said he wasn't able to attend his. Oh, they didn't have back in the day Dr. Robing. Mm-hmm. And then I think he said when his son, one of his children became a doctor, I think it was COVID, and so he couldn't attend that. And so they'd asked him, I think this weekend, to robe one of the doctors, and he thought it was such a special moment because he wasn't able to do that in his life. I thought that was very sweet. It was a nice little video. Dr. Minnis, listen, well, you ain't even in opposition. In whatever it is
in
that
outside, boy, now that you're in the outside,
you're nicer.
You're doing okay.
He's doing okay. It was a very nice video.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Dr. Minnis, I like you in this capacity. I don't know what the capacity is called now.
It should be statesman.
Because he's
a statesman now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like him like this. Stay there.
Yeah.
You could make little videos and stuff, but stay there. Unfortunately, that's our show. We weren't able to open up the phone.
Neve Cayley before we go. Neve Cayley, she's turning 18, and her mother says happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy 18th birthday. What is this?
You remember when the whole world was going through the Neve phase when everybody...
Heaven backwards. Yeah.
You could kind of date when you were born.
Could you leave? Happy 18th birthday, Neve. It's a very good age. I still
Neve,
remember what I did on my 18th birthday.
Yeah. That's like how there was the Aiden era.
It wasn't not. I just go out with my friends for y'all.
Well, we know you didn't rent a hotel room at the
No,
Crystal
I
Palace.
definitely did not do that.
Yeah, and you ain't had no transponder neither. Child, and you talking about that was a good 18. Well, what a time.
Yeah, I wasn't shacked up in nobody's hotel room.
I had transponder.
I did not have a transponder either.
What were you even doing with your life?
Oh my God. Anyway, happy 18th birthday, girl. Have a blast because you can end up being old and miserable like somebody here
and your
very
foot
soon.
hurt. Your foot is hurt and you just can't explain why.
Your knee.
Yeah, like I wake up sometime, I say, what would I do with my foot? I was here the whole time.
And your back.
Where my foot been?
I think the back is be the first one to go.
You never put your foot on the ground and say, what happened to my foot? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get 40, your foot is hurt. What else?
I just wanted to say congratulations. Someone say that's what it's about. The brain. Dr. Brittany used her brain. Okay. Sani, your makeup is off the chain today. Oh, thank you. I think maybe I just pulled my hair out of my face and y'all could actually see my face today. I think this is the first time I've actually had my hair.
So you're saying that maybe it's the makeup, maybe it's...
Maybe it's just, you know. I'm just saying. Usually I have my hair on my face, and you know. Maybe, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. Leave on acting like Rollins them instead of saying congratulations.
Didn't I say congratulations?
Yeah, yes. It take you a while to get there.
Oh boy.
It is take you a while.
I slow, but I on the way.
Someone said it was down, but now it's back on the rise. It was 142 cases. We're going to talk about that tomorrow.
We also finding all this new AIDS. So people with the new AIDS, I want you all to all stand in one corner so that the people with the old AIDS could go on with their life.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I also want to touch on MPs for salary. Salary raises for MPs and senators.
I think it's time.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it's time.
But do I think now is the time?
It'll never be the right time.
Wait for gas to go back down. At least, man.
Not these people who got the
Wait for gas to go back down at
These
least.
people who got the 2 lane of the highway with traffic on it, 2:30 in the day.
Because I have to go to work.
No, not 2:30 in the day. You should have done then to wait.
No, people is working shifts, you know. Everybody can't work the way that you work. People is working shifts.
My friend,
wait for
how
gas
come
to go down.
traffic block up going east and west on the east? Where y'all going?
To work.
Oh boy.
You don't want me to...
The gas is $7 a gallon, and y'all don't even have no big time friends like Francesca who have Vasco. Y'all just paying for this gas y'all own self. I can't.
Oh, I have to go get my gas. I had no car the weekend. I couldn't get my gas. Now I have to go get my gas.
Did you check the other tire to make sure that one ain't falling off? Because I suspect that whoever took the first one off took them off the same time.
No, I had gotten my...
What was that?
I was trying to remember the name of it.
Coming back?
No, I was trying to remember the name of it. I'd gotten something changed.
Your thyroid end? Your lower control arm?
The lower control arm changed on that side of the car.
So you should cow
He didn't change the. It was on that.
Cow cock that mechanic. Yeah, little mechanic fella, you trying to kill Francesca, my daughter, and I want you to stop it immediately.
Nothing happened.
Praise the Lord. You should say thank God for saving grace and keeping powers.
We can see y'all tomorrow, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye. Oh, happy 17th birthday. Done gone. Happy 17th birthday to Delicia Miller. Grammy loves you.